So welcome back to Go, the skill provider. What's more important, like we're learning something called active and passive, right? So it is not about the conversion from active to passive. You have to identify the situation where exactly you can use active, and there are certain situations in your life, or most of the time you encounter some of the situations where you're supposed to use the passive, right? So this is the third class actually. So we are venturing into a area where we are going to learn something called active and passive voice part 3. Active and passive voice part 3. Okay, so I believe yesterday it was a truncated relations, but anyway, I made it. We are discussing something called uh, present, simple present, and simple past, right? And there are a lot of situations in your life where exactly you can use it. All the customs and other things you can use in passive. Scientific things, like whenever there is an invention, you can say that Cavendish discovered or it was discovered by Cavendish. So both are correct. It doesn't have any problems at all. But whenever it comes to active and passive in part 3, what exactly I'm going to focus? We are focusing more on something called present progressive. Please mute it, everybody, please. Present progressive and past progressive. I request everybody to mute it, please. Okay. So just check it out. Present progressive and past progressive. And you know the situation. Whatever you are doing right now, that is called present progressive. And in a particular time, you are doing it in the past. That was past progressive, right? Suppose I am teaching right now and you are listening to me. So all the things happens, right? You can say my mom is cooking, my sister is sleeping, my brother is studying, all the things. What is happening right now? So what is the structure? Active structure is like this. Check it out. Active is like that. Subject plus is, am, are, was, or were. It depends. Subject plus is, am, are. This is for present tense. This is for present tense. And this is for past tense. Okay, and we call it be verb. We call it be verb. Okay, and be one plus ing. This is the things that is called active. I am teaching, like that. Okay, so I am eating a mango. You are listening to me. He is writing a book. All the things, right? And what is the passive equivalent? How exactly passive will be done? Object will be always, I already inform you, there will be object. Okay, and object will be there. Okay, so object plus be verb. Be verb means is, am, are, was, were, anything. Be plus being plus v3. So you can find it out every time we are using v3. So the verb form is always v3. Whenever you say I was taken, that means it is in passive because it has been used v3. Okay, so object plus be plus in plus v3. What is b? B is called is, am, are, was, were. If it is present tense, then you can use is, am, are. If it is past tense, it is was, were. And being is very common. Okay, whether it is past tense or present tense, it doesn't matter. Suppose, let me create a situation. Let me create a situation. Like, suppose I'm going to call Dev sir. So Dev sir is a very close friend of mine. तो मो सार को पचार सर कौन खाइबा सरले सार कौन नाई बर्तन रोसे चली तो रोसे चली सार से मत मेंशन करना किए रोसे कर इफ इज मैरिड लाइक हिज वाइफ इज कुकिंग सार सिस्टर अच्छी कर सार एनीबडी मदर कर एनीबडी इन द तो सार से मेंशन करना सी कहते रोसे चली तो रोसे चली माने लाइक जदि आम एक्टिव रे कहवा लाइक somebody is cooking. Okay, like you can say my mother is cooking food. This is called active. My mom is cooking food. Right now sir कौन कहले ना रोसई चली खाइबाटा प्रस्तुत चलची तो फूड दैट फूड टाइल ऑब्जेक्ट एठी दैट यू नो वेरी वेल तो पैसिव रे केमते हम करबा फूड food is a singular is being cooked. Food is being cooked. आपण गोटे रास्ता को जाउछंती लाइक यू हैव ए प्रॉब्लम्स विथ योर बाइक समथिंग हैपेंस एंड आपण गाड़ीटा देके आछुछंती आपण फोन करछंती गाड़ी काम चलछि हां सर काम चलछि द बाइक इज बीइंग रिपेयर्ड. yes
सर से फूड ऑब्जेक्ट हवन कंप्लीमेंट हवन
माय मदर इज कुकिंग किछ प्रॉब्लम सर अछि एटा हेई परियोनी जदि एटा को मु काटी देबी माय मदर इज कुकिंग किछ प्रॉब्लम अछि whether sentence will be correct or not.
correct sir.
if I say my mother is cooking सेटा वाक्य प्रकाश कला सर
हां सर
कला मु कहिथेल ना if I are trying to take this away the sentence will be incomplete. The sentence complete
sorry,
हो जाउची. Anyway, you are not getting any extra information. कौन cook करछन that is something different. I am least bothered. Whenever you say my mom is cooking, my mom is cooking. Whatever is cooking, I am not going to reveal it. That is something very personal, right? So my mom is cooking food. The food is something called the object. Food is being cooked. So I'm waiting. The bike is being repaired. अपन कहना सर कामटा चली बाहर वेट कर जस्ट वेट आउटसाइड द बाइक इज बीइंग रिपेयर्ड. अपन कहना लाइक अपन कहते चाटा लाइक इफ यू आर रियली टी लवर यू लव्स टी वेरी मच तो सातटा हला बेलू आपनकर लाइक यू बिकम वेरी रेस्टलेस राइट. This happens to me whenever I don't take a cup of tea. I become restless in the morning. So whenever I order that I need tea, if somebody will tell it is being prepared or it is being cooked, like that it can say. So basically आपण देखंतु सिचुएशन टा कोठी गोटे सिचुएशन the situation is very common. If you want to focus on subject, then active. If you are focusing on object, sorry, action, passive. That's all. If your focus is on subject, if you want to identify the subject, like a lot of things you can say in the past also, you can say anything, like I was carried away, I was taken to the hospital, lot of things yesterday, like past गोटे जिंस होउथिला जदि आपण कहिबे. But basically the active and passive voice गोटे देखंदो फंडा is very common. फंडा is there. देखो मु कोठे बाय लगौनी, बाय is not required. There are certain situation where it is required. मु जेमति कहितली गीतांजलि was written by or was written by Rabindranath Tagore. So here you want to identify Rabindranath Tagore and it is a historical fact. Okay, but whenever you are using for your देखो आमे spoken English टा be very simple. आपण माने कोन पे जॉइन करछन, you want to speak English, that's all, nothing else. You want to communicate with your boss. If you're working in an IT sector, if you're working in a corporate sector, you are supposed to improve your communication skill. And whenever it happens, you are supposed to speak. The kemti kahibe, how exactly? That is the focus area. Nothing else. ଏଥିରେ ଆପଣଙ୍କର କିଛି ମାନେ theory କିଛି ନାହିଁ. It's all about practicality. So that is something called present progressive and past progressive. This is active voice. Whenever you want to identify, you can say, like, I am writing some on the board. Sir is teaching us spoken English. I am teaching you spoken English. I am very proud of that. So why should I say spoken English is being taught by me? Not required, because I am very sure I am doing that. I am taking the ownership. But whenever you don't understand who is teaching, देखंतु आपण गोटे स्कूल कॉलेज जाउथिबे, से कॉलेज रे कोन कोन पढ़ा होउची आपण कहउनांती. अच्छा मु जदी पचारिबी, लाइक यू कैन आस्क स्टूडेंट्स, लाइक अच्छा तुम कॉलेज रे कोन कोन पढ़ा होउची, से टीचर्स मान को ना जान नथिबो, से केमति कहबो इन अ स्कूल और इन अ कॉलेज, like spoken English, history, geography and other things are being taught or are taught. कौन भाई? He doesn't know like who teaches what. अपन मते जानी छंती, so it is not required. If you don't know that, then there is a chance, then you can sit. Otherwise, this is okay. Remember, good tier funda is very clear. Funda is very clear. What is that funda? If you want to focus on subject, use active. If you don't want to focus on subject because you don't know it or you don't want to reveal it due to different reason, maybe you want to give a protection or there is a protocol. Upon the Kutibe, like in Chandipur, the Agni 3 is being test fired. Mane aji taro utpepana kara jauchi. तो आपण कहबे जे सर काहे की करा हे काहे अच्छा किए तो जने गोटे वैज्ञानिक थिबो सेठी, देयर मस्ट बी साइंटिस्ट कैरिंग आउट ऑल द थिंग्स, किंतु तांको ना प्रकाश करा जायनी बिकॉज ऑफ सिक्योरिटी रीजन दैट यू नो वेरी वेल. द पुलिस इज इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग द केस. पुलिस माने के ना दिया होनी बिकॉज ऑफ सेंसिटिव ऑफ द केस. बट व्हेनेवर like there is a the police wants to inform the guys to the public that he is the person who taking the investigation, then they can name it. 2 terrorists were neutralized, 2 terrorists were killed, the culprit was nabbed. देखिबे बहुत समय रे हमें पैसिव ही पैसिव व्यवहार करछन because we don't want to focus on subject किए करूची. देखो किछि कि जगह अपन देखु नांती, आपण बाइक टे नेकी जाउछन, एबे एग्जांपल दोउतली, आपण चेष्टा करूछन जे आपण को बाइक रो जिंस सब हेई जाइछि ना नै. योर फोकस इज ऑन योर रिपेयर ऑफ योर बाइक, किंतु से किए कला मेकानिक किए अछि आपण सेथुर को मिलिबो. इनफैक्ट यू डोंट आल्सो डू दैट. आपण गोटे लाइक गोटे रेस्टोरेंट जाउछंती, आपण देखुछन रेस्टोरेंट इज क्लीन हेछि, द रेस्टोरेंट इज वेरी नीट एंड क्लीन. किए कला आपण कहउछंती कि you never say that. So most of the time आपण कहउछन सेठी माने ठीक समय रे खाद्य दिया जाउछि, भलो खाद्य दिया जाउछि. तो neat and clean atmosphere and delicious food is served. किए दउछि आपण कहउनाती रेस्टोरेंट रे lot of boys are there, they are called hotel boys. तो you don't focus on hotel boys, आपण को दिया जाउछि काम ऊपर फोकस करंती. So like that आपण जते ओडिया रे भी कहंती, whenever you are trying to speak something in Oriya, you use a lot of things in passive. The same things I want you guys to use in passive also in English. बहुत जगह रे, it's not a single instance. आपण कहू ना लाइक से रेस्टोरेंट रे खाइथिले बहुत मते बहुत भल लागिथिला, बहुत बढ़िया खाद्य दियंती सेठी. दियंती माने किए दियंती आपण कहउछंती से होटल बॉय माने भलो खाद्य दियंती. Very awkward things. So good food is or delicious food is served there. So like that. So in your lifetime, you use a lot of your day-to-day life, use a lot of passive sentences. अपन जोठी देखिबे देखंदो फंडा मु बारंबार कहूची, let me repeat it once more. Whenever there is you want to focus on subject, use active. If you don't want to focus on subject but you action, use on passive. That's all. Buy clothes लगेगा दरकार नहीं, not required it is. Don't use it. Basically आपण जदि कबे written English देखंदो, written English is entirely different from spoken English. In front of me a lot of teachers are there. आपण मन जो teachers अछंती, in teachers रे हमें कोन करछंती, like you have a textbook prescribed by the board of. So there is called active, passive, all the things are there. So ସେଇଠି ଆପଣ syllabus ଅନୁସାରେ ଯିବା ପାଇଁ ପଡିବ. I acknowledge, I understand your limitation. So you are not going to bypass the syllabus. ଆପଣ ସେଇଠି by ଲେଖିବେ. But whenever you try to use it, this is called this is called you are trying to use this. So whenever you are trying to use it, don't use by. It is not required because two things are there, either subject or action. If subject, you are focusing on subject, use active. If action, it is called passive. That's all. Now this is clear to everybody? Yes or no? Ask me.
Yes, sir.
Clear? Everybody? Yes or no? Bhaktikant sir, Prabhat sir, Satya sir, everybody please. Prabhat sir, everybody. It's clear?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. Look, it looks very simple here. Don't worry for other things. Then it is never become a complicated. It never is a complicated part. It's very simple things are there. କିନ୍ତୁ ଆମେ like I already inform you, ଚାଲି ନ ଜାଣି ବାଟର ଦୋଷ, ଯେହେତୁ ଆମେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି actually ରାସ୍ତା ଠିକ ଅଛି, but sometimes we are not sure how exactly we can walk, and that's why sometimes we there is slippery, and because of our own fault we fall down, and that is called our own fault. So English itself is very funny, very crazy. It looks very beautiful language also, କିନ୍ତୁ ଆମେ ବହୁ ଜାଗାରେ ଜାଣି ପାରୁନାହାନ୍ତି because nobody has taught you like this, like a situation आपण व्यवहार करिवे. Okay, anyway, this is something called present progressive and past progressive. Present progressive रे is am are लगेबे and past progressive was were लगेबे. This is clear right now. Okay, so let me focus something called present perfect, past perfect. Present perfect and past perfect. Okay, present perfect and past perfect. Just take it out. Just check the active, how active is being done. आपण जानिछंती active रहुची subject plus has or have plus V3 plus object. This is how done. Okay, and past रे कौन होबो, या जगह रे आपण had लगेबे. Had is called past tense and this is called present tense, and everything remains the same. Okay, so this is called present tense, has or have, and past tense is called had. That's the only things, only difference you are supposed to get in present perfect and past perfect. Only you have to replace with has or have, had. Okay, I had gone or I had been to that place. I have gone to that place, been to that place, like all the things. Okay, right now what will be the active passive equivalent? Passive is always starts with the object plus has or have or had, anything, plus been plus B3 over. देखो ये गोटे been लगिला, but they are being, B-E-I-N-G, present progressive रे it is been. That's all. Okay, so right now suppose you want just create a situation. Okay, the create a situation. Suppose आपण like suppose आपण कहउछंती वर्तमान रोषे सरी गला, right? तो आपण like suppose I have I'm your best friend, Sujay sir का best friend, and sir has called me for a dinner, lunch and dinner पे sir डाकिछंती. तो मो बसिची is my best friend, so we are chit chatting a lot of things from childhood, everything happens like that whenever you sitting with your friends. तो sir कोन कहबे, sir रोषे सरी गला चलंतु खाई दबा. तो रोषे सरी गला कहउछंती, सेटा त का ना प्रकाश कलेनी, किए करिछि sir ना कहउनांती. Maybe he has called another guy, his brother, his wife, his sister, his mother, anybody. କିନ୍ତୁ ସାର୍ ସେଇଟା କହୁନାହାନ୍ତି. ସାର୍ କଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି, ସାର୍ ରୋଷେଇ ସରିଗଲାଣି. ଓକେ, ଯଦି ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଆମେ ପାସିଭରେ କରିବା, जदि आमे active रे करिवा then what will be the things? My mom has cooked food. This is called active because you want to focus on the subject. But right now the focus is on action. Action माने कोन cooked food हे जायछि. So actually what you have to do? Food has been cooked. Over. Food has been cooked. Let's go for it. So like that. Check it out. सेमती आपनकर गोटे लाइक नो बाइक टा हे गला. सपोज बाइक टा तयारी हे गलानी. तो से कोन कहबो? सर, the bike has been repaired. You can take it. The bike has been repaired. I have repaired the bike. My boys have repaired the bike. Or the mechanic has repaired the bike. से सेमती कहूनी. सर आपनको बाइक टा हे गलानी. अपन नहीं परंती. Your bike has been repaired. Let me give you another example. Here itself. Okay. So I can put it here. The bike has been repaired. So means I have repaired the bike. The bike has been repaired. So no, you don't want to identify the person. आपनकर काम ही जाइछि. So only thing is that you have to take it. So अपन देखो sir it हे गला कियो. Whether it is done, yeah, it has been repaired. You can take it. So this is something called passive. Look at the things. Food has been cooked. Bike has been repaired. मु कोठे bike clause लगोनी. अपन बुझी पाउछंती. Are you getting my point? अपन active रो जतले passive करूछंती. से जो मुंटरे जो concept अछि, सर by clause काई लागुनी. Don't use by clause. By clause is essential whenever you are trying for written communication. कहीं ना अपन mandatory दिया जाई थाई सेतरे. But we are not trying to speak it. Whether it is required, it's not required. I have repaired the bike. The bike has been repaired by me. Is there no difference? Then why should I use? So by clause is never used in spoken English most of the time. So like that, it has been repaired. The food has been cooked. All the things. ଆପଣ ଯେତେବେଳେ ବି କହୁଛନ୍ତି spoken English ରେ, you don't ଆପଣ ସେମିତି ବି କହୁଛନ୍ତି. Sir, ଆପଣ bike ଟା ହେଇଗଲାଣି, ନେଇ ଯାଆନ୍ତୁ. Your bike has been repaired. You can take it. Just take it. So what basically you understand? You understood that whenever something as a present perfect could ବ୍ୟବହାର କରିବା, like you know, the action is completed but the effect is there. The action is completed but effect is there. So whenever you find there is situation, you can use it. The bike has been repaired. I have repaired the bike. No, the bike has been repaired. I don't want to take ownership. There are a lot of people working for me, right? Suppose ଆପଣ କହୁନାହାନ୍ତି ତାର ସେଇଟା ଦେଖିଦେଲେ କି I mean ହଁ ସେଇଟା ଦେଖା ହେଇଯାଇଛି. So ଦେଖା ହେଇଛି ମାନେ କିଏ ଆଉ ଜଣେ ଦେଖିଥିବ, because I don't want to take the ownership. So whenever you don't want to take the ownership, you don't want to identify the subject, the same panda ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କହିଛି ପ୍ରଥମରୁ, whether it is present tense or past tense, future ଟା ଅଲଗା ଭାବେ ବ୍ୟବହାର କରିବା. I'm going to tell you like how exactly you are going to, because whenever it comes to future, shall and will is there. So I call them modals. So modals, it will take 3 or 4 classes. So let me complete one by one. So upon already hontuni. I'll take separately, like we have to take all the things, can, could, will, would, may, might, all the things. Is there any difference between it can be done? I can do this work, it can be done. There's a difference. I'll tell you, don't worry. Then जो मैंने अपन को already पढ़ी नांती like modals, तो modals how to revise है inactive, passive. So don't worry. You have a very fun-filled session. So ଆପଣ ବୁଝି ପାରୁଛନ୍ତି like no, the present perfect, past perfect, how exactly you are going to use? Everybody, yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes,
I
sir.
need confirmation from everybody, please. Dev sir, Tapaswini ma'am.
Yes, I
Sir, please
understood, sir.
tell about using of.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So has is used in the present. Has is used. Prabhas sir, Muktikan sir. So has is used when it is present. Look, it like a bike say thanda. Suppose mo dita bike neki deich. Prabhat sir, your question. The bike is singular. It is called singular. So ମୁଁ has ଲଗେଇଲି ଯଦି bikes ହେଇଥାନ୍ତା ତାହେଲେ have ହେଇଥାନ୍ତା subject verb agreement. That is called subject verb agreement. Subject ସହିତ verb ଟା agreement ହବା ଦରକାର ଯେମିତି ମୁଁ କହୁଛି I am going, we are going, he is going, they are going. ସେମିତି has singular ଜାଗାରେ ଲାଗେ, have plural. Okay, so like that एक bike टा कौन bike ଗୋଟେ single is a single bike. ଯଦି ଆପଣ 5ଟା bike ଦେଇଥିବେ 5 bikes, then have and had is used in past tense. So past tense ରେ ଆପଣ ଦେଖିବେ ଯଦି ମାନେ the bike had been repaired କାଲିଠୁ ମାନେ ଆପଣ କହୁନାହାନ୍ତି like you know ସେ ଏଟା already ହେଇ ସାରିଛି କାଲିଠାରୁ ତ ଆପଣ ନେଇ ପାରନ୍ତି sir it had been repaired, it had already been repaired. ତା ମାନେ ମୁଁ ଯଦି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଏବେ ଯାଇକି ଦେଖା କରୁଛି and I am a mechanic, ଆପଣ ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି sir ମୋ ବାଇକ୍ ହେଇଗଲାଣି sir କେବେଠୁ ହେଇଗଲାଣି ଆପଣ ନେଇ ଯାଆନ୍ତୁ. So it had already been repaired, had କାହିଁକି ନା past ରେ ହେଇଯାଇଛି. ଏବେ repair ହଉଛି effect ଅଛି ମନେକର ଆଉ କିଛି ସମୟ ପୂର୍ବରୁ ହେଇଥିଲା effect ନାହିଁ ତ ଆପଣ ସେଇ ସମୟରେ କଣ କହିବେ had. ତ ଏଟା had ଟା ହଉଛି past tense and has ହଉଛି present tense, have ହଉଛି present tense. Has is used for singular and have is used for plural. Now it's clear sir? Prabhat sir, it's clear or any further doubt? Okay, so this is something called has and have. So let me tell you, ame dekhantu, let me comes in a very nutshell. Mo nutshell रे आसिया पे चाहूँचे. It is easy for you to understand. देखंतु ame कौन देखिले? Let me you know paraphrase everything. Let me summarize. ame गोटे summary नबा तार. आपन को सर फ्यूचर रे कहले मु कहिछि ना already, I have already informed you. The future is something called a different topic. Future means shall will लगेबा. Yes sir. So shall will I call it modals. The modals are like in not only shall will modals achi, we have a lot of like shall, will, may, might, can, could, should, used to, lot of things are there. That is something called modals. Then you have something called past modal, something called could have, would have, should have, can have, must have, might have, right? So these are called modals. A modals ମାନଙ୍କରେ ଆପଣ ଶୁଣିଥିବେ ବହୁ ଜାଗାରେ it could have been done, ଆପଣ ଟେନସନ ହେଇ ଯାନ୍ତି it could have been done. କେମିତି ହଉଛି କଣ ପାଇଁ ହେଲା? That's it. ଏହା କରାଯାଇ ପାରିଥାନ୍ତା, କିଏ କରିଥାନ୍ତା ମୁଁ ଜାଣିନି. ଆପଣ ଶୁଣିନଥାନ୍ତି ଗୋଟେ ମାନେ ଲାଇକ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ପରିଶ୍ରମ କରିଥିଲେ ଭଲ ହେଇଥାନ୍ତା, କିଏ କରିଥାନ୍ତା? ଏଭରିବଡି. ଆଗରୁ ଟିକେ ଡକ୍ଟର ଆସିଥିଲେ ପେସେଣ୍ଟ ଟା ବଞ୍ଚି ଯାଇଥାନ୍ତା, ଆମେ ତାକୁ ବଞ୍ଚେଇ ପାରିଥାନ୍ତେ, ପେସେଣ୍ଟ ଟା ବଞ୍ଚି ଯାଇଥାନ୍ତା. The patient could have been saved, could have been saved. Modals, passive. ତ ସେଟା ବହୁତ ଇଣ୍ଟରେଷ୍ଟିଂ. ଏତେ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ଆମେ ଜିଷ୍ଟ ଏଟା ହଉଛି କହିଲେ this is called the fundamentals class. ଏଟା ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି. But whenever you are trying to learn something, it could have been done, it would have been done. ସେଟା ହଉଛି ଇଣ୍ଟରେଷ୍ଟିଂ ଜିନିଷ. ତ କାହିଁକି been ଲାଗିବ and how it exactly it is used. ତ ସେଇଥିରେ if clause ର hard conditional ଆସିବ, lot of things are there. ତ we'll go details. For the time being ଆପଣ ଫୋକସ କରନ୍ତୁ without ଆପଣ ଦେଖିଲେ present ଆଉ past. ଆଚ୍ଛା ଆପଣ କହିବେ ତାହେଲେ present perfect continuous ରେ କାଇଁ होनी I have been working? No, ସେଟା କରାଯାଏନି. In a spoken English present perfect continuous and past perfect continuous ରେ passive କରାଯାଏନି. Very rare cases, ମାନେ once in a blue moon ଆପଣ ଏମିତି encounter କରିବେ. So that's why I'm not creating that situation for you. So basically simple present, past simple, present progressive, past progressive, present perfect, past perfect. Clear? Structure ଆପଣ ଦେଖିଲେ. Right now come to the situation. Again let me tell you, ପ୍ରତ୍ୟେକ active ରୁ ପ୍ରତ୍ୟେକ passive କୁ ସବୁ ଜାଗାରେ ଆପଣ passive use କରିପାରିବେନି. କଣ ପାଇଁ? Because you need an object. ଯଦି object ନଥିବ passive ହେଇପାରିବନି. ମୁଁ କହିଛି I am going to school, ଏଥିରେ object ନାହିଁ. So object ନାହିଁ. Yes, I am going to school, object ନାହିଁ. So obviously you cannot make it a passive. ସେଟା active ରେ ସଦାବେଳେ use କରିବେ. I am taking tea, ଏଥିରେ tea ଅଛି but ଏଟା requirement ନାହିଁ କାରଣ ଆପଣ ତ ଚା ପିଉଛନ୍ତି. the tea is being taken by me किछि दरकार नहीं तो एटा भी दरकार नहीं but there are a certain situation object थिबो there are a certain situation थिबो situation ता कोन डेटा जिंस अछि first you don't want to focus on subject ऊपर फोकस करंतनी आपण को विषय काई फोकस करबिनी because you don't want to identify आपण को रीजन भी थाई पारे सपोज मुक्तिकांत सर इज माय फ्रेंड से गोटे चेयर भांगी दैछंती मु काई कहि मो फ्रेंड भांगी देलो आई हैव सीन मुक्तिकांत सर हैज ब्रोकन द चेयर किंतु मते जने पचारिबो जदी एटा के भांगिला आई डोंट नो इट वाज ब्रोकन है भांगी के भांगी आई डोंट नो because I don't want to identify. And whenever it comes to security, अपन देखिबे like Indian government, जते सब हमर sensitive organization अछि, ISRO, DRDO, all the things. Okay, तो सेही ठारे आपनकर कोनोसी लोकर ना जे भी brain behind that. For example, ISRO रे वर्तमान गोटे मिसाइल like गोटे like satellite जाउची. And DRDO रे गोटे like you know some missiles जाउची. तो सेमानकु तो किए ना जने लीडर थिबे आपण जानछंती बट द लीडर नेम इज नेवर बीन पब्लिश्ड आज इसरो द्वारा उत्क्षेपण करा गला आपण सदाल पढथिबे किंतु किए गला कहिबेनी कोन पई बिकॉज़ दे विल बी हनी ट्रैप आपण जानछंती गोटे हनी ट्रैप माने पाकिस्तान रो गुइंदा आईएसआई इज ऑलवेज लुक आउट फॉर द पर्सन हु विल पे यू मनी एवरीथिंग ऑल द लग्जरी बट यू हैव टू गिव अस द सीक्रेट. So that's why we have created a policy where we are not going to name the person who has done it. So it is sensitive organization. Okay. आउ किछि जगह आपण जानि कहू नांती मु जेमति कहली you want to defend somebody आपण फ्रेंड को आपण डिफेंड करिया पे चाहती in that particular situation you are not going to do that and that is something called quite interesting. So मोटा मोटी भाबे कहिया गले in a nutshell if I want to tell you active and passive are two different structures. We are not here for conversion. आमे कन्वर्सन करू नाहंती आपण भाबुथिबे मु कन्वर्ट करछु नो मु बारंबार कहू जे आपण कन्वर्सन करिवे गोटे एक्टिव देइछि ताकू पैसिव करिवि सेमति नु एडा दैट वाज अ वेरी ओल्ड कांसेप्ट हाई स्कूल कांसेप्ट से मते एक्टिव जणा अछि मु ताकू पैसिव कर दिली मोर पैसिव हे गेला नाही सेडा आपण परीक्षा देबेनी यू ऑलरेडी पास्ड यू हैव बिकम ए टीचर इंजीनियर डॉक्टर्स यू आर पर्सन यू आर गाइडिंग यू आर पिलर ऑफ द सोसाइटी राइट नाउ. So we are not here for discuss that one. मन रखितांतु सिचुएशन अनुसार व्यवहार करूं. That we call it SBL, situation based learning. ए पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशन एटा मो व्यवहार करिवि. That's all. मु जानिनि से लोकटा किए. So I can say like that. It is broken. मु जेमति कहउतली आपण घरे पता रिमोट टा अछि. Right? आपण हठात आपण देखंतिनी because I don't watch television most of the time. But whenever I find times, I just go and check it out some of the news channel. तो मु न्यूज चैनल चेक करिया गला को रिमोट काम करनी तो भांगी जाई मु कोन कहबी व्हाट द रिमोट इज ब्रोकन इट इज ब्रोकन बाय समबडी कोन पई कहबी अरे किए तो समबडी माने किए तो जने करछि सेटा तो 100% आउ तो माने आउ कई भांगी किए तो गोटे लोक भांगी दैट्स व्हाई जो समबडी एनीबडी अदर बॉडी एडा जो आपण यूज करते सेडा को ट्रांसलेशन कर दी थांती तनो आपण माइंड रे ट्रांसलेशन भूतटा अछि ताको एबे बाहर कर दियंतु somebody anybody all the things don't use it either use somebody has done it or it was done by somebody करिवे नाही because आपण पैसिव रे बाय क्लॉज टाको अवॉइड करो unless until it is required just like मु कहितली historical fact that Gitanjali was written by Rabindranath Tagore तो by लगेले because that is in history. Law of gravity was discovered by Newton. America was discovered by Columbus. Okay, historical fact. आपण को सर एठी काई व्यवहार कले that is the exception. मो बारंबार आपण कहूची आमे इतले सिंपल प्रेजेंट पढुतले and past simple पढुतले so that is some exceptions are there. Custom you can use marriage are made in heaven. Passive. Schools are closed on Sundays. Passive. Bank has been closed. पैसिव किए करछि मु जानने मु देखिली बैंक बंद अछि से मैनेजर करछि पियन करछि ताको डीजीएम करछि आई डोंट नो द बैंक हैज बीन क्लोज्ड दैट्स ऑल द रोड हैज बीन क्लोज्ड रोडटा बंद अछि आई हैव सीन इट रोड इज क्लोज्ड किए करछि आई डोंट नो so remember that's very important तो पैसिव रु एक्टिव जेतले आपण करूछंती पैसिव अलगा एक्टिव अलगा एक्टिव पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशन लगेबे एंड पैसिव को सिचुएशन लगेबे जोठी आपनकर एक्टिव दरकार नाही बा आपण भाबुछंती मोर फोकस करिया पे एक्शन ऊपर करे आपण कहउछंती कोन रोसे हे गलानी हां हे गलानी आपण कहउछंती किए रोसे कला कहउछंती कि आपण ऑनेस्टली आपण बसचंती आपण घरे कहउछंती रोसे हे गलानी आपण घरे 3-4 जण अछंती मामा अछंती लाइक आंटी अछंती सिस्टर अछंती लॉट ऑफ पीपल आर देयर आपण गोटे लमसम रे कहंती रोसे हे गलानी हां हे गलानी आपण पचारछंती किए करिछि नो इट्स नॉट नो ऑफ योर बिजनेस बिकॉज़ योर फोकस इन हाउ टू ईट whether it is done yes it has been cooked okay just serve me तो आपण भी लाइफ रे ओडिया रे बहुत पैसिव सेंटेंस यूज करछंती तो एक्टिविटी को पैसिव तो एक्टिव कला को आपण काई कन्वर्सन करिया पे धाउछंती व्हाई यू आर गोइंग फॉर द कन्वर्सन यूज इट एज इट इज आपण जेमती ओडिया रे व्यवहार करछंती एक्टिव पैसिव तो सेमती व्यवहार करंतु ना आपण तो लाइक बाइक देकी कहउछन जे सर हे गेलानी कि मो बाइक ता आपण कहू नांती आपण को पिल्ला करी देइछंती कि कहउछंती नेवर आपण कहउछन हे गेलानी कि whether it's done so आपण से कहबा it has been prepared or it has been done you can take it like that so this is all about active and passive and next class we are going to learn something called modals in active and passive it is a normal sentence हे गेला तो modals हम पढ़िबा shall will shall should may might can could right now I need some questions from you have any particular questions